we do this?
How many floors? All of them.
I know how it feels to lose someone you care about to war. But we do what we do for our people. You slaughter us, we slaughter you. That all went away in the City of Light. But it's back.
She wouldn't be taken alive. I am sorry.
It was a good death.
I came to stop her. Explain yourself.
I was only trying to help save our people.
I am not my mother. I'm not willing to cast aside honor for power.
No one has to know.
You misunderstand. I will not allow your dishonor to give Luna an advantage, and you will not shame our clan ever again. You are Azgeda no more.
Sire, wait. What are we gonna be now, Bellamy?
We're family, and nothing can change that.
I'm still banished. What if Octavia
No,
tries?
she won't.
You do remember I almost killed your sister.
You're right. You're screwed.
Get you out of here.
So like I said last 100 video, the tutorial itself will never be quite as cool as the intro. So using some conditioner to smooth down and round up some dreadlock like texture throughout the wig, pretty much the same as what I did with my, I think my first and second Octavia look, as well as my first and second Clark look. Then in other times I was also using a brush just to back comb, just to make sure that the dreadlocks look a bit more ratted up and not so smooth and sleek. So obviously the first look I tackled down was Echo in Mount Weather, when she was all Silent Hill bandaged up and her hair was looking a bit matted. Obviously they don't get the chance to be hygienic in their cages. So now going in with some foundation, obviously. I am taking my shade in Classic Ivory, using my foundation brush and just using a Exo Beauty palette mirror. Then I went in with my Revlon, I believe, powder just to set my face, of course. And now I'm going in with Mocha from the Latte palette from Dominic Cosmetics to, of course, fill my brows in using my Exo Beauty groomer brush. And Echo's brows aren't too different from Octavia's or Ali's. So just making sure that the brows are relatively high arched. Now taking some of Caramel from the same Latte palette and using my ABH Duo in a brush. This shade alone was perfect for the whole Utero look. So taking the same shade again, but it wasn't dark enough and dirt marked enough, so I ended up going in with the same mocha shade that I used for my brows and smearing this onto my face in random spots. Time your graphic gear breakout, time your shove up. So the next look, which was season 3, when she leads Bellamy, Octavia and Pike into the Polis temple / tower, the back of her head, which is the only for a split second when she walks off from being barked at by Pike, when I just get out of the rover and discover the guards in the second rover were a bit dead. For a split second you see that her hair at the back was braided, so I was just quickly taking care of that. But her hair is still a massive mess, that part hasn't changed. When they did bump into each other outside of the intake door, it seems that not Octavia, Echo was just a bit roughed up, so a little bit bloody here and there. I did go in with the lipstick at first, but it didn't look too fresh-ish, so I went in with Jeffree Star's Designer Blood, and clearly now I was going in with Locally just to give myself a bit of a lip tone. So now we're getting on with her closer to season 4 look, where she has the upper half of her hair pinned back in a pompadour, and the sides were also pinned in. I don't know if she had her hair tied up, but from what I could manage, I was just pinning in place with bobby pins. It worked out either way. And then I was just grabbing significant strands, twisting and backcombing at the exact same time, so that I could refreshen some of the dreadlocks that she has in her hair. It's more like her hair is just untamed, it's not that she has her whole hair dreadlocked. So now tackling her Azgeda or Ice Nation symbolism, the body paint that they wear, or face paint I should say. Taking some white. I don't really know what the brand of the face paint I'm using is, but I'm smearing all white all over my face. Trying to keep it as faded as possible, but also very, very visible at the same time. So I was pretty much just using the majority of what was on my brush to begin with, just to make sure that it was all consistent and a bit splotchy looking, because I definitely don't have perfect face paint going on. And if I had to grab just a bit more as a lid, I did so. And as you can clearly tell, I did avoid my whole under eye area. So now taking a blackberry from Berries and Cream Dominic Cosmetics palette and using my same ABH brush, I am filling in the perimeter of my eyes, around my brows, obviously the eyes itself and under eyes. So essentially giving myself a panda eye look. And with the smaller end, I was just tickling it in the very, very center parts of my lips, so it also have a bit of depth between the lips. So with the upper half of my hair braided, and the two sashes pinned in. Now for the 5th season look, she has a tiny little accent braid, pretty much braided along her part line, but because this wig technically doesn't have a part line, I just braided where I could and ended up pinning it up and back, just up to the crown of my head. So once that was pinned to a satisfying length, I then pinned it up to the top of my head. And as for another braid that she has, I don't really know if it was a lace braid by traditional braiding or if it was a rope braid, but I just went in with regular braid, but I was only lace braiding it from the top. Don't add any hairs from the bottom except for that one time where I just did, but that was just to help keep the braid pinned down a bit because it's not so floppy, it's pretty much tame. Then I was backcombing it a little bit to hold it in place. And that officially concludes all of the Echo looks that I specifically chose.
You are Azgeda no more.
Okay, don't make it too close this time. Not too far away either. And if you have to zoom it up in the editor.